What we're not taught as dentists is the reality of life. 1 minute, you're fresh out of school, full of drive and enthusiasm, and then in a flash, you don't have the same energy you once had.
Running a successful dental practice is a ton of work, and being a good doctor sometimes feels like the smallest part of it. As a business, it was getting harder and harder to be profitable, and it seemed like the only way to get ahead was simply to put in more hours.
I realized I had an opportunity to have a company invest in me. We could actually become the doctors and hygienists we've always dreamt of. I opened my first practice in 1999, and I put everything I had into it. Over the years, I continued to grow. The years rolled past, and then one day, you're suddenly older. I had a kid in college and another one to put through, so I just kept going. But it was getting harder and harder to keep up. Insurance companies didn't keep pace with inflation. Sourcing supplies was more expensive. So I responded by increasing my hours and the number of days I worked, but it didn't fix anything. No matter how early I arrived, I was always late for work.
A lot of what creates success is outside patient care. Dealing with insurance companies, haggling with labs and suppliers, managing billing and staff, it was a lot. I found that I was simply working more and making less. I was a hamster on a wheel, and the work wasn't satisfying anymore. And I started thinking, how do I give my career a second wind? It was a hard call, and one that I didn't take lightly. Knowing Heartland Dental would help me manage things, I held my breath and jumped in. I quickly realized I was part of something bigger than myself. There was a level of stress that I had felt for years that suddenly just disappeared. And now we have a fantastic team. And the best part is I'm loving working again.
In 2022, I turned 60, and I knew something had to give, but I was afraid to sell my practice. You're giving up your ego, your life's work, and everything you've built. You worry about your staff and your patients. You're giving up your baby, essentially, and money doesn't buy that. When your progress stalls, you need to find a new approach. I started looking into Heartland Dental's supported practices. Suddenly, I was no longer talking about selling, but we were using a different word, affiliation. And I thought, what does that mean? And as I looked into it, I realized I had the opportunity to have a company invest in me because of who I was and what I'd created. It meant I'd have new resources, quality of life, new equipment, opportunities for continuing education. We could actually involve and have the time to become the doctors and hygienists we've always dreamt to become.
Affiliation is exciting, and you will get to a place where you love what you're doing and love the work again. There are a few things I might do to set myself and my practice up for affiliation if I was doing it today. Number 1, grow your practice to the best of your ability. Number 2, you always really want to keep your books and numbers up to date, so your practice really needs to be in good shape. 3, you want to make sure that you have a hygienist and there's room to grow because you will grow. I feel like we're getting to the place where I have the practice I always dreamed about. And now when other doctors ask me about affiliating, the one thing I tell them is that I wish I had done it earlier. I'm Dr. Meena Goel, and I'm a Heartland Dental supported doctor.
Suddenly, we had support to negotiate with the labs and suppliers. And all this went to the bottom line. Your profit goes up. And the practice is doing better than it ever has. I have a new quality of life. I have a family who gets to spend time with me. I don't work to work. I work to enjoy life. My practice is happy. My staff is happy. My patients are getting love and care because of the energy that we bring to them. You have an opportunity to have peace in your life again. I'm Dr. Nicolas Pruett, and I'm a Heartland Dental supported doctor.